a not-so-new world, but there's some refreshing flowers emitting a nice scent right in front of us, but I have to say this is rather disappointing because this is a world that I had, well, quite a bit of different builds and things on, and I happened to die, and I don't know where my spawn is, and now I spawn back into the world after I died, and I have no clue where I am. I'm in creative. I tried to fly around and find, like, everything that I had built, but I can't find it. I don't know if that's ever happened to any of you out there playing Minecraft. Like, you don't remember the coordinates of your house or something you built on a world, and now it's pretty much lost when you respawn because your bed got obstructed or something, and now you're just sitting there and you're like, I can't find my home. I don't know what happened to the big old tower that I built with all my last resources. It's quite the disappointing thing, and as the sun sets, I guess this is the perfect tonality, well, to dive into a video, a story about no other than Jeff the Killer, a real story of Jeff the Killer. The creepypasta originates from that of a real story, and I wanted to go in and revisit the creepypasta that is allegedly based off a true story as well in some forms and fashion. So we are here in a world that, well, is quite familiar to me, but I am lost and I can't find anything. So I guess what I'm going to have to do is establish myself on this world once more and hopefully find everything that I had once loved. And we're gonna go ahead and light up some torches. It's nice, but a lot of nice rabbits around here. Rabbits are nice creatures. They like to hop around. They're very lovable in their own way, I think. Not usually nothing too aggressive, and that's the beautiful thing about rabbits. However, they are prey creatures, meaning many prey on rabbits for food. It's quite the devastating thing indeed. They're nice, but they're food for many. Okay, so anyways, we're going to be diving into the story. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, dude, hit the subscribe button, enable post notification by ringing the bell, making it go ding. This is going to notify you of every future upload, and trust me, you don't want to miss a future upload. Yes, a future upload here on the channel. It gets good, dude. I'm telling you, every video is just great. Now, if you're new to the channel, you may be also asking, why are you playing Minecraft to talk about Jeff the Killer, dude? Dude, it's just my style. It's what I do. Chill out, okay? But if you've been here for a while, you know how we do it. You know how we talk about creepypastas, the real stories of the creepypasta. I haven't talked about Jeff the Killer in a long time, so I figured we would read quite the large snippet from the whole Jeff the Killer like story and kind of go over it a little bit and just, well, dissect it a little bit and give my overall thoughts. Jeff the Killer has been a creepypasta, a known one that's been around for ages and such a long time. So anyways, I bid you all a nice cheer. I'm sure many of you people have a nice beverage as well while you watch this at the comfort of your home, school, wherever you may be. But remember, if it's school, stay focused, people. A little cheer action there. That is the spot. So, either way, let's dive into Jeff the Killer and the story in a hole that it is. So, from the local newspaper, there's an unknown killer still alive at large. After weeks of unexplained murders, the unknown killer is still on the rise. After little evidence has been found, a young boy states that he survived one of the killer's attacks and bravely tells his story. I had a bad dream and I woke up in the middle of the night, says the boy. I saw that for some reason the window was open, even though I remembered it being closed before I went to bed. I got up and shut it once more. Afterwards, I simply crawled under my covers and tried to go back to sleep. That's when I had a strange feeling, it's like someone was watching me. I looked up and nearly jumped out of my bed. There in the little ray of light illuminating from between my curtains were a pair of two eyes. They weren't regular eyes. They were dark, like mysterious. They were bordered in black and just plain out terrified me. That's when I saw his mouth, a long, horrendous smile that made every hair on my body stand up. The figure stood there watching me. Finally, after what seemed like forever, he said it a simple phrase, but said it in a way only a madman could speak. He said, "Go to sleep." I let out a scream, and that's what sent him at me. He pulled up a knife, aiming at my heart. He jumped on top of my bed. I fought him back. I kicked, I punched, I rolled around trying to knock him off of me. That's when my dad busted in. The man threw the knife. It went into my dad's shoulder. The man probably would have finished him if one of my neighbors hadn't alerted the police. They drove into the parking lot and ran towards the door. The man turned around and ran down the hallway. I heard a smash like glass breaking. As I came out of my room, I saw the window that was pointing towards the back of my house was broken. I looked out to see him vanish into the distance. I can tell you one thing. I will never forget that face, those cold, evil eyes, and that psychotic smile. That will never leave my head. Police are still on the look for this man. If you see anybody that fits the description in the stories, please contact your local police department. So, that was basically the story of a boy that happened to witness this. Now, Jeff the Killer, taking the resemblance of his name, Killer, we can imagine that he is that of a murderer. He is definitely trying to just break in and kill people in the oddest of ways by telling them to go to sleep and stalking them while they sleep with their eyes shut in a peaceful, deep rest. That's when he will strike and end their lives. It's very, very odd. Well, if we happen to continue reading this, he basically goes in to talk about Jeff and his family, who had just moved into a new neighborhood, and his dad got a promotion at work. They thought it would be best to live in one of the fancy neighborhoods. So, yeah, it goes on. The story is in telling that, Jeff and his family and how, well, this killer and things change for the worse. It goes into the whole story of Jeff, how it all forms, how like a almost possession happens. Unfinished business and many, many frightful turns of events. So as you guys can imagine, it tells the story of Jeff, how he turns on his family, he murders his whole family, and Jeff is always telling everyone, just go to sleep, even if it is a permanent sleep, one that you will never, ever wake up from. Now, this creepypasta has been around for a long, long time. And I'm sure many of you have heard of it. The story of Jeff the Killer in all of its entirety. But where is the real evidence to back this up? Well, I happened to do some research. In the midst of doing research, I found some interesting things. Some files. That entail that, well, Jeff the Killer definitely was real, and this creepypasta wasn't a fictional made-up story at all, actually. It definitely has more roots than I ever imagined. Roots that run much deeper than you would expect. Jeff the Killer, ladies and gentlemen, actually might have just been real. So, it appears that... Whoa! Jeez, guys, there's a whole underwater cave here. Oh my god, there was like a ravine underwater or something. That's the first time. I was just placing my torches and then that had collapsed. Anyways, a little off topic there. This is live commentary, by the way, guys. I'm not just recording the commentary and gameplay separate. This is all live, like up, down, left, right. If my audio is even synced good. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying. Allegedly, there was a killer that took that of Jeff the Killer and that would, well, his victims, he would try to, put them to, quote-unquote, a permanent sleep. Always telling them to go to sleep. Primarily striking them when they are trying to go in a sleep-like state. Once he does this, he proceeds forth to permanently make them go to sleep. It's very demented, it's very twisted, it's very weird. And the Jeff the Killer conspiracy and creepypasta and story in general is something that is a lot more in-depth and that runs deeper than I ever imagined. So this is what I want to leave you all with today in this video. If you're a new viewer and a long-time viewer, if you would like me to dive further into the Jeff the Killer mystery and the real story behind Jeff the Killer, let me know by leaving a comment below in the comment section and leaving a like on this video. If the likes and comments are a lot, then I will return back to this very, very bizarre and demented story of that which is everything real that is Jeff the Killer. Not a joking matter at all, but either way, thank you guys so much for watching the video. As always, I am always trying to supply daily, constant content right at your face. So yeah, guys, thanks so much. And that is the little brief synopsis of Jeff the Killer. A killer that is, well, on the lurk, trying to put people and catch them sleeping. I don't know about you guys, but it's always a scary thought knowing that you could be sleeping and someone could be secretly watching you at every given moment. It's very weird. It is. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. As always, I'm going to continue delivering daily content to you guys to the best of my ability. And, well, even more than daily content. We might have double uploads sometimes. I have a strong passion for creating content. And I think the more that you guys give me support and everything following along the lines of that, it is just a rewarding experience to be able to supply not only content for you guys, but the feedback that you give me. And also, don't forget, I have merch. I have social media. You can go follow me on all those below. Thanks so much. And, well, sleep tight, guys. And be careful. Sleep in safe places. Watch out for Boogeyman, too. That might be the next thing we talk about. Whoa, that's too close. I'm trying to... Wait, what I gotta say? I'm trying to end the video, guys. Sorry. I'm kind of new to this YouTube thing. That's a lie. I've been doing it for a while. There's no excuse.